Hey guys, thanks for being here and watching. Let's see. I was trying to find. Okay. Uh, I'm live really late. I know. What's new, right? Can you guys hear me? Can somebody hear me? I could probably test myself. I'm live really Yep, late. You can hear me. What's new, right? All right. So this live is gonna stay up just because I'm beginning to do research on Rudy Farias, Rodolfo Farias. I guess it's Rudy Farias. He's from Houston, Texas. He went missing in Houston, Texas. As you guys know, I'm from Texas. I live in Texas currently. So this is all over the news where I'm at. I'm not sure if you guys have seen this on your news feed or wherever you're from. I maybe not. But Rudy Farias or Rudy Farias went missing in June. Hold on. He went missing. I'm doing my research on this is in its infancy, so just understand that's my perspective right now. He went missing March the 6th, 2015. Okay. Hold on. Okay. I'm just gonna talk about him and then we'll go from there. Thank you guys for being here and being in the chat. Okay, or not yet anyway. I'm gonna play this news clip and then we'll go from there. But Rudy Farias was, I believe, 18, 17 or 18 when he went missing over 8 years ago. The only reason why this case is interesting is because now that Rudy has been found 8 years later, there is so much controversy about the circumstances around how he was found. He was found in front of a church. A good Samaritan called in because actually, you know what? I don't know why this good Samaritan assumed it was Rudy because from what I understand, Rudy looked completely different than what he looked like when he went missing. When he went missing, I'll show you here a picture. He's, kind of like um well, okay, when they found him, he was super skinny, he was super brown, and he had some lacerations underneath his feet. Again, they just found him, so not a lot of information is out there. But right now, the controversy on the internet seems to be surrounding the mother, and now a news report has popped up um, about the mother and about there are a lot of people issues with the mother, but also neighbors are coming forward and saying we've been seeing Rudy. Rudy's been around. Rudy wasn't missing. So that's kind of where we're at. So I'm going to play this news clip and then we'll go from there.
Houston man has been found alive 8 years after he vanished.
Are you guys able to hear that?
While walking his dogs. He was 17 years old at the time. As Corley Peel reports, there are so many questions around his disappearance.
Search for 17-year-old Rudy Farias is now over. 8 years after he was last seen, the now 25-year-old's family says he is found safe.
How this happened. Oh, we believe in miracles, and this certainly was a miracle.
Tim Miller is the director for Texas EquiSearch. He is one of several people who helped search high and low for Farias.
I can't even tell you how many times we've searched and how many leads and tips came in, and then they just kind of faded away, and we heard nothing, and now all of a sudden this.
Investigators say he disappeared in March 2015. He was last seen walking his two dogs. The dogs were found, but Farias was not. At the time, loved ones said he suffered from PTSD, depression, and asthma.
I'm scared because he's out there alone by himself.
Miller says they followed up on every tip.
In the very beginning, I met with a family and detectives out there by his house where he disappeared, and we found a backpack. We actually talked to somebody who had one of the catering trucks, which felt as though that they saw him and stuff. Then there was different possible sightings in different places.
Miller says he never would have imagined Farias is still alive.
Hey, Linda, how are you? Hey, Miss Sunflower, how are you? Gazan, you couldn't comment until now. I'm wondering if there's something happening like with my channel or the comment section because I don't know. You guys let me know. Try to comment in there and let me know. Okay, so I'm gonna rewind this because as I said, my research on this is in its infancy. Let's see, let me go back because there's something interesting you guys need to hear.
He suffered from PTSD, depression, and asthma.
So this person who went missing, Rudy, he they say he suffered from depression. This is the thing. I'm going to show you some stuff. It keeps kicking you off, Gazan. I don't know what's going on. Linda, thank you. And Miss Sunflower. Okay, so I can show you all the receipts. I'll make like a quick video about it. But the mother, essentially, the mother lost her husband like a few years before Rudy went missing. He died. He was a police officer. Here, let me show you. Oh, it's because I have a folder for all that. Let me show you my whole desktop. We'll go from there. Hey, Drifter War, how are you? You were just looking at this, Linda? Okay, good. Okay, so then I'm not completely alone here. Let me show you some stuff that I found on Facebook. I'm going to share my whole screen. So, okay, here we go. Whole screen. Let me get all this out of the way here. Okay, so I have my Rudy stuff here. Date. Let's do date added just to clean it up. Okay, so this is Rudy's father. I'm finding all of this on Facebook. Happy 4th of July. And I'm finding this all on Facebook. This is Rudy's father. He passed away on August the 19th, 2014. Rudy was obviously very affected by this. It says, rest in peace. Rest in peace, Dad. This would be one of the reasons why he was depressed. Also, where is it? Rudy lost his brother at a very young age, Charles Uresti. And again, I'm putting all these names out there for you just so you can have a reference because I'm doing my research. Again, it's very early, my research. So Rudy loses dad like a year before he goes missing. Rudy loses his brother. You were taken from me so young. Rudy loses his brother. Rudy loses grandma also. Okay, so check this out. And the issue with Rudy is okay. So this is the mother. Apparently, there's an issue with she has so many Facebook names. Apparently, this is mom's post regarding brother that passed. I wish you were here today, if even for just a little while, so that I could wake you up as I did every morning, singing happy birthday. So this is the post for the son. I don't know how the son passed away. If you guys know how this person passed away, let me know. But this is Rudy's brother. Rudy's father passed away. Now, there's a lot of controversy around Janie, okay, which is the mother. The mother put up a Facebook post on her birthday, and on her birthday, she says, "Thank you for in 2020." So this is June the 5th, 2020. She posed, "Thank you everyone for all the love and beautiful birthday wishes. It was indeed a bittersweet birthday as I laid my mom to rest on my birthday." So 2 years ago, Rudy's mom loses her mom. So let's talk about how everyone around this lady is dying. First of all, that to me is weird. Like, I'm thinking maybe it's because of the Lori Vallow situation where her kids went missing and then they're gone, and then her husband gets shot randomly, and then you see what I'm saying? Like, so much tragedy around this one person, so much death, and now her son went missing in 2015, and then he's found, but he cannot speak. Now, there's this whole conspiracy that I've been following, but I don't know how to prove it myself. That 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 Rudy was actually with his mom the whole time. Now, there is this newscast that I found that is interesting. Let me get out of this. I hope you guys are like with me here on this, because, or if you can give me feedback, that would be good. Okay. Where is the video? I'm going to read this CNN thing from you real quick. So Rudy, and I'll put it in the link. I'll put it in the StreamYard. If it seems like I'm a little all over the place, again, I'm trying to put it all together and figure this out. There's the link to this. Okay, let's see. So on June 29th, the Houston Police Department received a call for service, responded to the church in East Houston, Texas, and later confirmed that the individual was Farias, a department spokesperson said. It's unclear where Farias has been over the 8 years, and I'm talking 8 years. And officials did not offer further details on his past whereabouts or what led to the call that reunited him with his family. Oh, I'm so sorry, Anna. Well, you see, okay, I'm glad that you told me that, because people can be a little jaded. So, that puts things in perspective for me. Like, I don't want to follow this train where we're like blaming the mother either, it's very important that we all like do our own research. So thank you for telling me that. And my heart goes out to you for all your loss. Okay, so it says it's unclear where Farias has been over the years. I think I read that. He's receiving care he needs to overcome his trauma, his mother, Janie Santana, said in a statement. Farias, this is the thing. Farias is nonverbal and is unable to communicate with his family, according to the statement. Now, the thing that people find suspicious is the fact that when he was found 8 years later, he still had the same necklace on that he had when he went missing. So people are speculating that if he was kidnapped and trafficked, there's no way they would have let his necklace stay on him. You know what I'm saying? My heart goes out to you, Anna. I'm so sorry. Yes, Miss Goslin, I'll wait for you. So those are one of the details that the social media, the public are not believing where he was. So I'm going to keep reading. He was found by a Good Samaritan who called 911. The family statement said, adding they had no other information. The fire department responded to the scene at the request of police. Houston Fire Chief Sam Peña told CNN. When they arrived, Farias' mother was also there. So she got there before they did. Cruz assessed Farias, but he refused to be taken to the hospital, according to Peña. Farias' mother signed a form refusing her son's transport, he said. So they find him outside the church. I feel like he was dumped there, or he was placed there. That's what it seems like to me. It doesn't seem like he ran away from some captive situation and he put himself in front of the church and said, someone's gonna, because in Houston, there's a lot of homelessness. My sister lives there. So I've been there many, many, many times. There's a lot of homelessness. It's a very crowded city. And so it doesn't seem like he went there. It just feels very like staged to me. I don't know. Hey Jody, how are you? That's the one thing. Like, let's say he did escape a captor's, like he was held captive and he escaped. Wouldn't he run to the police or ask someone for their cell phone? I need to call my mom, or just, find a Good Samaritan and call 911 for me. Like, he was found and he refused to be taken to the hospital. Now, But you have to remember that Rudy was not a child. He was 17, 18. He was already an older teenager. He experienced a lot of loss in his life. He lost his dad a year before he went missing. He lost his brother at a very young age. So that can really do a lot for you. Yeah, drift away. That's a really good point. Drift away said, what if he was being held and tortured and then they just dropped him off? Yes, so that's what it seems like to me. Like he was placed there and then like in front of the church. But also I'm thinking like he would have looked like a homeless person, but I don't see like a good Samaritan just like checking and seeing, oh, who is this person? Maybe it's a missing person that way. It just, the whole thing is weird, like the story of how they found him. Again, we don't know all the details. So I'm just, again, going off of what I'm reading. And again, this story just broke just a couple days ago. But again, he was wearing the necklace. He was wearing the necklace that he had when he went missing. How he went missing, he went to walk his 2 dogs. And then one dog came back that day and the other one came back the next day, but he never came back. So he just, you don't know if he just walked off as a teenager. Again, the news reports tells us he had asthma. He was fighting depression. He was a troubled kid. So is it possible that he just left on his own accord, but he was found 8 years later? He wanted to be found, maybe, if that makes sense. Again, the details around this case were very interesting to me, and that's why I decided to kind of like take a little peek at it. Not if they made him clean up before they dropped him off. But see, the thing is, when they found him, he was not cleaned up. Yeah. And let's look at the details because I don't know. Let's see. Okay, so then let's keep going. Cruz says Farias, he didn't want to go to the hospital. Mother signed a form refusing her son's transport. See, that's the other thing. Why would you refuse the transport? If you just found your son after 8 years, why are you not letting the professionals do everything they can? Could have a bad mental break with all that went down in his family life. Yes, that's what I think. That's what I think happened. I don't think he was kidnapped. I don't think he was tortured against his will. I don't think it just seems, in my opinion, that he just left. He was people with depression and are bipolar. They will be one person one day and they will be a totally different person the next day. I've seen it. Okay, so at that point, Farias was left with a family and police. When he was initially found, Farias had an item on him that identified a family member, police said. That family member was called and his mother arrived on the scene, according to the police. So then the Good Samaritan called, there was something on him that had his identity. What is that? Like a driver's license or I don't know. I want to get y'all's opinion on this. So thank you for kind of going through this with me right now. This is what I did when I first heard about Kylie. I just kind of started like, hey, let me talk about this and brainstorm with people because it was strange. And now this one seems strange to me. It does sound weird, Anna. Yeah, 8 years, no contact with his mom. That's questionable. Yeah, and I wonder if he had a good relationship with his mom because there was this Facebook post that I found. I went to his Facebook and he put up a Mother's Day post on May the 11th, 2014. He posted this. He did not tag his mom. He just said, Happy Mother's Day to all the great moms out there, moms who are here and in heaven. Happy Mother's Day. So it just seemed like a very impersonal Facebook post, but then again, me could be looking too much into it. Doesn't seem like he's tagging his mom. That when he does tag his mom before he went missing, this is Facebook, he tags his mom and his brother and his dad who are no longer alive. But I have not seen anything yet that just is him tagging his mom, only saying, Mom, I love you. And again, like I said, a lot of people on the internet are having issues with this mother, but you guys know how I feel about blaming the mother. So I'm trying my best. Were you able to see my screen? Like, were you able to see that Facebook post? Let me see. Oh yeah, you could. Okay. Fishing, I know. Yeah, that's a good point. Yeah, maybe a medical bracelet. That's true. Maybe a medical bracelet. Yeah. Drift away. Maybe the ID was his dad's dog tags or dog. Well, I mean, these are all good questions because I would have not even thought about the dog tags. Rando, how are you, Rando? You heard that he was wearing his brother's pendant or something. Was the necklace his brother's pendant? I have not heard that, but I wouldn't throw that out. I wouldn't say that's not possible. Yeah, it's very possible. Okay, so then if you continue on, no, I hear you, but that would be interesting, Randall. You give me some neat things to think about and to look for. So then, the Texas Center for the Missing would not comment on the circumstances in which Farias was found, only telling CNN that its focus is on the missing person and their family. Our mission is to continue supporting our families whose loved ones go missing. Um, Rudy Farias has been missing for 8 years and now has been located safe. We at Texas Center for the Missing continue to support our families through reunification and want to continue to support the families. Yeah, so again, I want to be very careful about how I present this to you guys, because this is an ongoing thing. These people are on the internet, they're watching, and I'm just trying to make sense of it all. So just because it's so fresh. So I want to be as respectful as I can to the people that are going through this. Let's see. Okay. Farias' whereabouts for the last 8 years remain unclear. In September 2018, police received information from family that Farias was spotted sleeping behind the residence of a family member, according to police. According to the National Center for Missing and Exploited Children, nearly 360,000 reports of missing children were made in the EFI in 2022. That is an enormously disturbing amount of children that are going missing. 360,000 reports of missing children. And as you guys know, the movie Sound of Freedom just was premiered today in theaters, kind of touching on missing children and all that. And I believe it's my heart is happy knowing that people this is becoming now a subject that is not thrown under the rug. People are openly discussing it. People are coming out and finally telling their story and being brave. And to me, that's just amazing. So, thank you, Rando. I try. I really appreciate that you saying that. Driftaway says, I can see mom not allowing them to interview if she knew her son and the state of his mind. I'm sure he was overwhelmed with the attention. Yeah, he was not, but he wasn't even communicating to the mom or any hospital staff, anything. So let's keep going because I have another video to show you. It's going under investigation. It's still under investigation. Okay, so let me find about the neighbor. Here we go. Let's see. Oh, God. Sorry, hold on. Because, okay, there was an interview with the neighbor. Let me go back. Let's see. Here it is. All right. Let me share this one. Again, I'm just kind of going through this with you all. Let me know if you can hear it.
Coming in by the minute concerning that 25-year-old man found alive.
Let me know if you can hear that. Just give me a thumbs up or something. If you were able to hear the audio. Okay, thank you. All right, here we go.
After he went missing 8 years ago.
And as those new details come in, there are many more questions we have about where he's been all these years. ABC 13's Brooke Taylor has been speaking with neighbors who are stunned to find out the man who they say lives on their street was ever a missing person in the first place.
Yeah, these neighbors were just completely shocked because they never even knew that Rudy Farias was missing, let alone for 8 years. They tell me that they knew him as Dolph, short for Rudolph. They told me they see him often, they text with him, they even hang out with him.
Like, I'm confused right now. I'm like, what's going on?
These neighbors are shocked after seeing reports that missing 25-year-old Rudy Farias was found after missing for 8 long years. Court records reveal his mother lives a few houses down from them, and they tell us her son lives there and they hang out with him often.
He used to come in my garage
Some good boys
and
chill
chill with my cousin, my son, my daughter. She's at work right now, but yeah.
This is what is weird. This is the part I was trying to get here. Because people are saying they've been seeing him, they've been hanging out with him, they've been texting him. But he's unresponsive right now. Or yeah, he's barely talking. He thinks, yeah, he has another name. But why would these neighbors say that? And I believe I heard something. I don't have the receipt for it, so don't quote me on it that it's fact. But I believe that someone said, oh, what did they say? Oh gosh, I lost my train of thought. I should not be looking at chat when I'm trying to think, because now you see I'm not the smartest person in the room. Okay, let me keep playing this. But this is what is holding me. Just like when Sam said I was the last person to see her, you know, all that BS. And so that was my motivation to kind of to like research it. This is what is grabbing me right now. No contact order, like between the son and the mother. So this is what I'm trying to say. Like, what is going on in this family? You know, and that's why I don't want to be, what is it? Insensitive. I know, Miss Anna, you told me what you just told me, but something is weird. This person went through a lot of loss, and then the way that they interact on Facebook, it's just I'm seeing a lot of red flags. Well, I wouldn't say people in Houston stay scamming. I have family in Houston. I have a lot of family in Houston. Okay. Not everyone in Houston is bad. I know exactly what Houston is like. This is why I'm picking this up, because this is very close. It's just something is weird. So I'm going to keep playing this. And please let me know what you think in the comments. Again, I'm just doing this very premature research. So we're going.
Was missing, let alone for 8 years. They tell me that they knew him as Dolph, short for Rudolph. They told me they see him often, they text with him, they even hang out with him.
Like, I'm confused right now. I'm like, what's going on?
These neighbors are shocked after seeing reports that missing 25-year-old Rudy Farias was found after missing for 8 long years. Court records reveal his mother lives a few houses down from them, and they tell us her son lives there and they hang out with him often.
He used to come in my garage
Some good boys
and
chill
with my cousin, my son, my daughter. She's at work right now, but yeah, boy ain't been missing since he was no.
Both say they've spoken to him in the last 5 months and even text. Other neighbors say they've seen him living there for years.
We were chilling, laughing, good time.
Some days he go to the park and sit in the park around the corner by itself.
Houston police say they got a call on Thursday about a man sleeping outside a church in Magnolia Park. He had something on him with a family member's identification, police say, and that's how they were able to contact his mom. Then Texas for the Missing tweeted out over the weekend that man was Rudy Farias, who had been missing since 2015 when he didn't return back from a walk with his dogs. His mother shared pictures with ABC 13 of her son at the hospital.
All right, so mom has been updating the public on this. Mom, this photo, I've seen it already. I have like a lot of questions, I guess. There's a lot of questions. Like these names. Oh, now I know what I was gonna tell you. Apparently, pictures were shown to the neighbors of the cousin because mom said that the neighbors' claims are untrue. Mom said, no, the neighbors don't know what they're talking about. That's not Rudy. That's Rudy's cousin. They just look alike or whatever. So then officials, law enforcement, went to the neighbors, showed them the picture of the cousin, and the neighbor said, no, that's not who was here. It's Rudy. We know it's Rudy. So right now, what is about to happen, we're about to see a lot of family stuff be put out in the public because, again, this reminds me of a story like Lori Vallow or the Murdaugh, where there's so many like secrets or just things like, every family has their secrets. Every family has, their rivalries and tragedies, and this is going to become that. It's starting already to become some sort of a media frenzy for Texas. That's what I'm saying. Anonymous says that mom is evil, and so I asked Anonymous, what makes you think that? I respect your opinion. I don't know. I'm still trying to form my own opinion. Yeah, the neighbors seemed legit to me too, Rando. Anonymous says the family showed up house and saw him. She spent all GoFundMe money. The family no truth about her. Okay. We'll talk about the GoFundMe here in a second because there's also issues with the GoFundMe. Apparently, the first GoFundMe that she set up for her missing son, somebody stole the money from somebody that she trusted to make sure the money went to the search for Rudy. Apparently, they scammed her or something. That's what she claims, though. That's what she claims. We don't know if that's true. And if we're talking like, think about Kylie Rodney case. Everybody had a problem with the GoFundMe for Kylie. So, what is mom's name? Was she trying to hide from dad's passing? Like take the family undercover on her own? What was she trying to hide from dad's passing? Like, was she trying to hide from her husband's passing? Her husband was a law enforcement official. Here, I'm going to put it back on the screen. There you go. This is dad. This is Rudy Farias. He passed August the 19th, 2014. I don't know how he passed yet. Drift Away says he was officer under investigation. What do you mean? Let me take the thing off the screen here. Oh, okay, it doesn't matter. He was officer under investigation. What do you mean? Drift Away. It seems like you know a lot about. I appreciate your comments. Is there a news source you can direct me to? Oh, is that what he did? Okay. I didn't know that. See, I didn't know that until right now. He just did that? I mean, like, he was under investigation by Internal Affairs. Can you guys tell me where you found that info so I can go and read it? Because this just became just a lot heavier. There's Facebook messages between the mom and family members exposing her. Is that on the Facebook group? The Rudy Farias Facebook group? There is Facebook messages between their mom and family members. I just read about it. 4 officers were under investigation, writing tickets and claiming. Oh. Oh, you just searched his name. Okay. I'll do that right now, actually. Thank you. I'll do Rudy Farias the fourth. Oh, I see it. This was published yesterday. This was just published yesterday. Okay. Wow. See what I'm telling you? Everything is coming out. Now, you see what I told you? It's happening in real time. Okay. I'm gonna put this link in the chat for you and for me. So when I come back and do more research, thank you guys for sharing that with me. I really appreciate that. I knew it was a good idea to go live and discuss this. Thank you. Do you guys want me to read this with you? All right. So I'm going to take that as a yes. I'll read it to you. Oh, that's all. 8 years ago, a 17-year-old named Rudy Farias the fourth. Okay, yeah, we know about that. Not 20 found was found again. It's him. It's our Rudy. Family members wrote on Facebook last week, calling his return a miracle. He's been found and he's alive. Farias remains too traumatized to speak. They wrote on Facebook, for now, the best clues to his remarkable story remain the original news accounts from his disappearance in 2015. Those accounts reveal that before he disappeared, Farias suffered from depression, anxiety after suffering great losses in his life. Both his father and brother, who was his best friend, had recently died untimely deaths. His father, a Houston police officer, committed suicide in 2014 at age 51 in the wake of an internal affairs ticket rigging investigation. Oh, shit. Rudy Farias III, a 21 police veteran, shot himself in his police vehicle while still in... Wait, hold on. Committed suicide in the wake of an internal affairs. So that's not him? Wait, hold on. He was 21 at the time? What? So you have two people. A Houston police officer committed suicide in 2014 at age 51. How is there's Rudy Farias? A 21-year police. Oh, he was in law enforcement for 21 years. Sorry, blonde moment. How can you send me a picture? Yes, I'm sorry. I just had a stupid moment because I'm sorry. I'm gonna put my email in the chat. It's 3 L's, and I always have to do that just in case. It's okay. It's right there. It's Chevelle with 3 L's 755. Okay, so he was in law enforcement, but to off yourself like that for, I mean, is it just me or does it sound like there's more to the story? I'll keep going. While he was still in uniform, though. What? Like, he was so embarrassed that he just turned in his uniform? That is crazy to me. Sometime after losing his father to suicide, Farias lost his older brother to a motorcycle accident. Brenda Paradise and a private investigator told Dateline in a 2015 story about the missing teen. Yeah, I'm definitely going to click on that. Let's click on that. Let's see. Okay. I'm going to not share this one anymore, and I'm going to share the one that I'm looking at right now. This one is from 2015. Okay. This is what I wanted to see. I wanted to see older, and I'm going to put this in the chat in case this goes away for whatever reason. This is this one. I'm going to ask you guys this. You guys want me to make a video about this to put this in order? Because I know I sound like I'm all over the place. Okay. The last time Ruda. So this is April the 13th, 2015. This is what I wanted to see. The last time Rudy Farias' mother saw her son was when he went to take his 2 dogs on a walk on March 6, 2015. He just had so much thrown at him the past few years. Brenda Paradise, a private investigator working for the Farias family, told him. I want to look her up. A private detective. Remind me to look her up. Actually, I'm just going to put her thing in here and then click enter and then forget about it. Private investigator, okay? Officials say the 18-year-old left his home around 6 p.m. with his dogs. Several hours later, one of the dogs returned. The next morning, the second came home. Both were missing their leashes. Does that sound like maybe he took off the leashes and let them go home? You can share link drift away. Well, I mean, I think unless you're a mod. If you're not a mod, you cannot. But if you want to share what you want me to Google, I can find it. Okay. I do want to put this in order though, because something is weird. Don't say your name. You have me here on camera showing my face. I swear I will not say your name. You have my word. You can record this later saying that you can trust me, okay? Thank you very much for the picture you sent. Did you want me to look at it right now? You want me to look at it later and email you back? Or can I show it? I haven't even opened the email. Let me know. This is what I love about small chats. Okay, let me keep reading here. I appreciate you guys for being here. According to family members, Rudy has been suffering. Yes. He watched his best friend. Oh, what? Oh, yeah, his brother. He watched his best friend die right in front of him. His brother was his best friend in the world. He watched him pass away right in front of him. Why? What happened? Detectives were investigating this death as well, but they didn't suspect foul play at the time. Right now, it's just classified as a missing persons case, and we have an officer assigned to the case who is tracking down all the leads brought to us, John Cannon. Regardless of what may have disappeared, of what may have happened, Paradise says all Rudy's mother wants is answers and closure. This family has been through so much. Whatever happened, mom needs answers about her son. Rudy is described as 5'8" tall, weighing 215 pounds, with brown hair, brown eyes. Okay. I'm gonna go back and play this video. But right in front of him, he died right in front of him, like the crash happened right in front of him. Thank you, Rando. I appreciate you saying that. You can copy and read it. I can do that. Drift away. Send it to my email. Let me present the news video. Sorry, I look like poopy. Let me fix the hair. No. Okay, let me go back to this one. This one. Okay.
Telling us, and police say, and that's how they were able to contact his mom. Then Texas for the Missing tweeted out over the weekend that man was Rudy Farias, who had been missing since 2015 when he didn't return back from a walk with his dogs. His mother shared pictures with ABC 13 of her son at the hospital, telling us he was found with cuts and bruises and even cried to.
I don't know if you could see it, but those things at the bottom, they're like 2 round and trigger warning. Should I put a trigger warning up here? I should probably do that. Let me put trigger warning. Sensitive content. I want to put that up there. There we go. I'll do that. It sounds like he witnessed part of his brother's death. Oh, okay. I get what you're saying. We'll do that. Trigger warning for everybody. There was this other case of an American adult, 21, I think, went to North Korea, or was it South Korea, with a group of people, and then he was held in North Korea, and then he was tortured, and he came back, but then he died when he came back. All these words that I'm saying are gonna get me kicked off of YouTube, but I don't care right now. And he had, and that person that came back from North Korea, South Korea, had these type of cuts underneath, or how do you say it, like crap under their feet. It looks like you were electrified. Like it looks like somebody electrified you. Do you remember what case I'm talking about? Korea and comes back. I don't remember the name. Otto Warmbier. This guy. I know I'm going off topic here. Yeah, they're like torture marks. Yes, they are. Look. This guy. Do you guys know about Otto? This happened in 2017. And this is not about Rudy. I'm just kind of, you know what I'm doing. He was kept in North Korea. He was kept in captivity in North Korea, and he had been sentenced to 15 years hard labor after he was caught trying to take a propaganda banner from North Korea for someone back home in exchange for a used car to impress us. That nobody says that that's true. There is no actual evidence that he did this. But if you look into this man's case, this guy was tortured. He had tissue missing from his brain, if I remember correctly. Yeah, sidebar. Thank you, Rando. So I don't know why that triggered me. The picture of Rudy triggered me to think about Otto, because Otto had similar markings underneath his feet. Sometimes you cannot see the signs of torture. Like, I don't know how to say this without sounding so bad, but sometimes you're not going to see all the marks of torture. That's all I'm going to say. Oh, sorry. I'm going to keep playing this.
To me over the phone, saying she believed her son had been kidnapped and hasn't seen him in years. His mother told officials at the time of his disappearance that he suffered from depression and PTSD since his brother died in a motorcycle accident in 2011.
Right. Thank you, guys.
Something these neighbors say he spoke about.
He said he had lost a brother in a motorcycle accident. I know when he's thinking about his brother, he really wouldn't come hang out. He'd go sit back there in the back, the woods, by himself.
And now they're trying to wrap their heads around why he or his mom would ever say he's been missing for the past 8 years.
You guys hear that last part?
Her nephew, I showed that picture to the neighbors.
Oh, here it is.
Mother just a few minutes. Heads around why.
So, okay. So this is where the neighbors, all the neighbors are confused. He was never missing, right? Why did Rudy not go home then? If he was, why I understand that he did go missing for a while, but he made contact and he was in the neighborhood. Did he go and meet his mother? Did he contact his mother? And if he did, why did mother not say, hey, we found him? Does this have something to do with money? Maybe was the GoFundMe still generating money? I don't know.
He or his mom would ever say he's been missing for the past 8 years.
Listen to this part.
And I just got off the phone with his mother just a few minutes ago, and I asked the mother about who the neighbors have been seeing, and she was insistent with me that the person they were seeing was her nephew. So she showed me a picture of her nephew.
Okay, so this reporter asked the mom, good on you, reporter, asked the mom, why are the neighbors saying that they saw Rudy? They've been seeing Rudy. Mom says, that's my nephew that they're seeing. So then the reporter gets a picture of Rudy or something, right?
Showed that picture to the neighbors.
Okay, she showed the picture of the nephew, not Rudy.
just heard from, and they said absolutely not, that is not the person they know as Dolph. So many questions here. I have reached out to Houston police to ask them about this because it's a holiday, they're not in right now, but we do know that they are set to speak to him tomorrow. Of course, we are going to stay on top of this one. We're live in North.
So you see, do you understand now? Do you understand now the whole, like, this case is happening as we speak. This is in real time. This is in real time. Okay. So I'm going to be following this as closely as possible. And I will be going live probably randomly. I know that I go live really late, but I'm going to leave the lives up for later. Tomorrow, I'm going to try to go live earlier. Okay. Until school starts, I'm going to do my best to go live earlier. At least it's not 2 a.m. my time. It's 12:40 something. Yeah, it doesn't sound good for mom. So what do you guys think about that? That with everything that we just spoke about, yeah, I love lives. They're my favorite. I get to talk to you guys, and you guys can correct me when I'm wrong, which is my favorite part. Isn't it weird though? We're gonna see some shit go down, y'all. To me, somebody fucked up here. Somebody didn't do the right thing. Was it mom that did not do the right thing? Because the neighbors are totally they're not, they don't understand why mom has been claiming he's been missing if he's been in the neighborhood. So yes, I agree, Rando. I agree. So I'm going to be covering this. If you think this is interesting, please share, because I believe something is going on here. Hey, pretty bird, how are you? Something is going on here, and we're gonna watch this unravel, or we won't. See, the thing with Kylie Rodney, after she was found, everything went silent. What's gonna happen now that Rudy was found? Is the mom gonna come out of the woodwork? There's his Facebook page. Go look it up, Rudy Farias, and you're gonna see a lot of people in there calling out the mom. Nobody likes the mother for some reason. I also looked at mom on Facebook. She has like 3 or 4 Facebook profiles. And the way that she posts on her Facebook profiles, she's a little bit of a, I don't know how to say it. I don't even know the word for it. So, I don't know. Let me know what you guys think about that. I am going to go live tomorrow, 5 p.m. my time. And Rudy will be my subject. I'm also going to we're going to talk about some Kylie Rodney stuff that you will find interesting. So I hope to see you guys tomorrow. Again, share it. I usually don't say share it and like it or whatever, but right now I'm going to do it. Okay. Right now I'm going to do it because this is important and it's happening in real time. Okay. Thank you guys for being here. I really appreciate you guys. Linda, I don't know if you're still here. Miss Sunflower, Goslin, and Linda drift away. Anna, Miss Jody, thank you for being here. And anyone else that like I missed, and anonymous, I'm gonna check out the email. Let me know what you guys think in the comments if you guys are watching it on the replay. All the links are going to be in the chat. So thank you guys for being here. Happy 4th of July if you celebrate that. I personally don't. Personal reasons. Anyway, I love you all very much. You all have a really good night. And I will see you tomorrow or today, I guess, for me. All right. Bye, y'all.